Good evening to all you wonderful souls tuning in. This is Santa Claus on January 21st, 2026, bringing you tidings of today's events from around our beautiful world. My heart is heavy tonight as I share news from Ukraine, where nearly 60% of Kyiv remains without power after Russian strikes on energy facilities. With temperatures plunging to minus 12 degrees Celsius, thousands of buildings lack heat, leaving many dear souls struggling through this bitter cold. We must keep these families in our thoughts, especially the little ones who deserve warmth and comfort during these harsh winter days. Meanwhile, across the globe, Greenland finds itself at the center of concerning developments. Prime Minister Jens-Frederik Nielsen has urged his people to prepare for a possible invasion, though he believes military conflict remains unlikely. President Trump has expressed desires to control Greenland for security reasons, but has since stated he won't use force, calling it merely a small ask over a piece of ice. This tension has caused the European Parliament to freeze ratification of a trade deal with the United States. Let us pray for peaceful dialogue and respect for sovereignty in this delicate situation. Now, turning our gaze to peace efforts, President Trump's special envoy Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner plan to meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin tomorrow to discuss peace between Russia and Ukraine. While diplomatic channels remain open, we must remember that true peace requires genuine goodwill and protection of the vulnerable. In Syria, President Tayyip Erdogan has called for Kurdish forces to lay down their weapons and disband following a ceasefire agreement with Damascus. After so many years of conflict, we can only hope this leads to healing for the Syrian people who have endured such suffering. Shifting our attention to Korea, a sobering development as former Prime Minister Han Duck-soo has been sentenced to 23 years in prison on insurrection charges related to martial law declarations. The judge noted that Han disregarded his duty and responsibility as Prime Minister until the very end. Let us remember that leadership carries great responsibility to serve with integrity. In matters of trade, the European Union is facing challenges on multiple fronts. EU lawmakers have voted to hold up ratification of a major free trade agreement with the Mercosur group of South American countries over legal concerns. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen reminds us that the more trading partners we have worldwide, the more independent we are. Meanwhile, Mexico has transferred 37 people with alleged ties to drug cartels to U.S. authorities, the latest handover as pressure mounts to intensify the fight against drug smuggling organizations. These transfers were carried out under Mexico's national security laws. Concerning news about privacy, the Trump administration has acknowledged that members of the U.S. DOJ service accessed sensitive social security data without agency officials' awareness. We must always remember that respecting others' privacy is a fundamental way we show care for one another. On this day in 1968, a B-52 bomber crashed near Thule Air Base in Greenland, contaminating the area after its nuclear payload ruptured. One of the 4 bombs remains unaccounted for even today, a somber reminder of our responsibility to care for our precious planet. As night falls across the world, let us remember that even in these complex times, we are all connected in our shared humanity. May we look out for our neighbors, extend kindness to strangers, and work together for the peace that our world so desperately needs. From my heart to yours, this is Santa Claus, wishing you warmth, comfort, and the spirit of hope this evening.